The drink that Argentines are most famous for is called mate. It's this tea-like drink, and it's so popular. It's even more popular than coffee in America. You see people drinking it everywhere. In the parks, people are having picnics and drinking mate. Just walking down the street, going to work, people are drinking mate. I even once saw, when I was in the north, I saw a man who was riding a horse with one hand, and with his other hand, he was drinking his mate. So it's really, really popular, and it's also very traditional, and there's a really specific way to drink the mate. So first you have a mate cup. You can't buy mate in a store. You can't order it in a restaurant. Everyone has their own mate cups and mate herbs. So you have this mate cup, and then you pour the herbs inside, and then you fill the herbs with hot water, but it can't be boiling water. It has to be right before boiling. So you fill it with water, and then there's this metal straw, which is called the bombilla, and you put the straw inside the herbs. And you can't move the straw. I always get yelled at for that. You're not allowed to move the straw or it ruins it. And so there's one person who prepares the mate, and before he gives it to the person to drink, he has to taste the mate and make sure that it tastes okay, that it's strong enough or weak enough, not too weak, and that the water's not too hot that it will burn the person's mouth. And so once he tries it, then he hands it to the first person to drink, and that person has to drink all that's in the cup, and then he hands it back to the main person who prepared it, and that person refills it with hot water and hands it to another person who drinks all of it and hands it back. So it's very traditional. There's a very specific procedure to how one drinks mate. And, there's one thing, that if you hand the cup of mate to the person with the straw, the bombilla, not facing them, facing the opposite way, then that's a sign that you don't like them and that they're a bad guest. There's another one, that if you hand the mate to the person without trying it to make sure that it's not too hot, and you hand it to them, they drink from it and it burns their mouth, then that means that you want them to leave. And then there's also something that if the person drinks the mate and then hands it back to the person who prepared it and says gracias, thank you, then that means that they don't want any more. So if you want more mate, you can't say thank you.